Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to learn about our third module, that is human resource management. That is the third topic, the performance appraisal system. So, performance appraisal. We all know that once we are appointing an employee to the organization, the next thing is to assess that employee. That is how well they are working within the organization, and for that we use a method called performance appraisal. That is, it is just an evaluation or reviewing the individual performance or even a team performance, and it's always treated as a formal and a systematic process by which the strength, weakness of the employees are identified and it is recorded, and on the basis of that, the employees' further development actions are taken by the organization. So, it involves different activities such as I have already mentioned, that is, it's just like controlling. That is what they do. They will set the standard. What is the minimum work that an employee have to work? Then assess the measuring the actual performance of the employee. Then providing feedback. Then comparing the actuals with that of standard, and on the basis of that, providing feedback to the employees. So this will help the person to eliminate his deficiencies. You can see the deficiencies, and also help him to continue the performance above the par, or it helps in the betterment of the performance of the employee. Next is the characteristics of performance appraisal. And the characteristics, the first characteristic is it is always a reassurance to the employee that they are contributing or doing the right things. That is, when you assess if there is any problem, it will be correctly identified and provided to you. So the performance appraisal, it's an assurance that is they are doing well or they are doing the work in a correct manner. Then it always create an awareness about the result, that is customer satisfaction, etc. That is, if they are performing well, automatically they will be getting the better results. That is, they will be getting awareness about whether they are doing good or not, and it is reveals the adequacy of the performance. That is, whether the work done by me is right. That is the quantity of the work, quality of the work, speed, timeliness, everything in a perfect manner. And it also means for the recognition. That is, what is the importance of the employees in the organization, what is the value of them. In the present situation, we can see that is the nurses or the healthcare officers are very much important than any other employees. The police officers, defense, military, sorry, and the healthcare officials are valued. So, it will also provide them, that is what is our value to the organization, and it also provides opportunity for the self development of the employee. That is where to make changes. That is, the performance appraisal will automatically say if you're not doing well, they will say the corrective action. So you can identify where is the fault in your work and correct it. And it always provides an administrative decision and reward management of the employee. That is, they always support the organization to improve, that is, their performance, as well as it also support them, that is, uh, the reward is always given on the basis of their performance. So to take a better decision, that is, if an employee is doing well, definitely what you have to do, you have to provide them with better payment. So it is also helps in making administrative as well as reward management decision in the organization. The next is why, or the objective of this performance management. Why should a person or organization should assess the employee? Obviously, first one is to motivate them to perform efficiently in the organization. Second is to increase the self-esteem, that is, The once you found that you're performing well, automatically will be having it. Oh, my performance is good, and I have to make it uh, continue this in a very well manner. So automatically it will create a self-esteem. That is, if you're getting a best employee award, automatically you will work better in the organization. Then it provides better clarity and definition of the job functions and responsibility. That is, what all things the organization are expecting from me to do. It is easily identified by this method. It helps. It helps in promotions based on the competence and performance. That is, earlier there was a system that is, a promotion was given on the basis of seniority, but right now it is completely avoided. That is, performance should be assessed for giving the promotion, and the performance appraisal will help them to improve their performance. Then, in case of the probationary employees, that is, whether the performance is satisfactory or not, can be identified using this performance appraisal, and they can decide whether that person has to be appointed or not. And also, it helps to find out whether there is any need of training and development for the employees. That is, if they are performing well, there is no need of training. But the performance is low, where is the fault? And if all the employees are facing the same problem, then they have to be provided with training and development. And also, making or distribute the reward on a fair and credible basis. Credible basis in the sense that on the basis of the performance only, the employee will be get paid. So this will help to motivate them and to work well. Then, to let the employees to know where they stand, and also assist them to accept the criticism and provide guidance for the development. That is, what is their present performance, whether they have to improve, then till what extent they have to improve, where is their problem. As a manager, you have to, through this performance appraisal, you can able to identify this, that is, where is your employee's problem, and provide proper guidance for them. And as an employee, if I'm an employee, I can identify this is my weakness. That is, for example, if I'm lacking the speed of doing activities, lack of speed or lack of timeliness versus my problem, so I should try to accept it and try to overcome on that. So this is possible only when there is a performance appraisal system. Then, to improve a better communication, that is, it increases the trust between the rater and the ratee. That is, to improve where is the problem that employee faces, and together with, if there is any something lacking in the organization, that can also be identified with the help of performance appraisal. For example, if an employee is stressed, then automatically what happens, his performance will be definitely down. So in such a situation, it will, the performance rating of that employee will be automatically goes down. So the proper performance appraisal system will help them to rate a proper guidance and improve them. And finally, it is used to determine whether the HR programs, such as we all know, that is from the selection, training, transfers, are effective or not. What all decisions that is taken by the organization was right or wrong, whether that promoting that particular person was fruitful to the organization, or the organization is badly affected, or all these can be identified with the help of a proper performance appraisal system. Then, the objectives of the performance appraisal and the basis of decision can be divided into two, that is, a developmental decision and administrative decision. Developmental in the sense that it helps in the personal development of the employee, then development of skills and competencies, self awareness, and self development. That is, development decision always focus on the individual side, and administrative decision, personal decisions, removal of deficiency in performance, and job redesigning. So, what all are the importance of performance appraisal? The first importance is to help the management in making various HR decisions such as recruitment, selections, transfer, demotion, layoff, termination, succession planning, etc. That is, It helps to take a proper decision for the employees in the about the employees, or for like whether that particular decision taken by the organization was right or wrong. That is, whether that recruiting that particular employee was beneficial or not. All these can be identified by this method. Second, it facilitates in identification of training and development need, whether there is any need for training in the organization. Then it helps to avoid the errors of nepotism, sorry, nepotism, self-interest, and discrimination among the employees. That is, if there is any misunderstanding between the organization, if there is any discrimination between the organization, all can be avoided by this, and also helps in knowing the performance. That is, employee himself can know where is the problem and hide that and clear it out. And it also helps to improve the communication between the managers and the employees in the organization. And together with it helps to increase the quality of supervision. Means that the supervisor will be having in the mind that these are the part of the performance appraisal. So we have to supervise the employees properly. Then only we can be able to take a proper performance management of performance appraisal decisions. And it also helps to evaluate the HR policies, plans, and procedures of the organization. If you look into the objectives, something similar. So if you're studying one thing, you can get the another. That is, performance appraisal is all about evaluating the employees and making them to improve. That is, know how well they are performing and providing them a proper suggestions for improving. So these are the some principles of performance appraisal. That is, it should have an effective performance appraisal should have the correlation between the organization objectives and strategy. That is, it should be done whether that is employee is capable of attaining, or employees activities are directed towards attaining the organization objective, and it is on the basis of the strategies adopted by the organization. And also cover assessment of performance as well as the potential for development of the employees in the organization. That is, simply if you're praising some performance, it's no need, because if I'm appraising you and I'm not giving any comments or something like that, then automatically you will be like this. That is, they're just simply taking the appraisal and no effect in their work, or they're not going to take any decisions. If such things is happening, automatically there's no use. So it should be assessing the performance as well as if that employee is having more potential for the development, it should also be identified and providing the opportunity to develop in all aspects and look after the need of both individual as well as organization. It should not be always an organization point of view, it should be definitely an individual point of view as well. That is, how well they are contributing to the organization as well as how well this appraisal is supporting the individual to grow. All these factors has to be considered while taking the performance appraisal. So then it helps to create energizing work environment. That is, it should be always done with an intention to improve the performance of the employee, and it should link to the reward, right? Because if nowadays that if anything given free of cost, then no use. So if assessing the performance appraisal and you're saying yes you are doing well, simply just thumbs up does not work. If the employee is performing well, definitely it should be reflected in his or her remuneration or reward. Then only that employee will be happy and they will be ready to work further. So this will be done in the case of performance appraisal, and it should generate. This is also a principle, and it should give an opportunity for a career growth and succession planning, and also suggest appropriate person job matching. That is, which person is suitable for which job. It should be identified through this. So, while developing a performance appraisal system, they should follow a team approach. Team in the sense that T for technical phase, E for extended phase, A for appraisal phase, and M for maintenance phase. So, under that, the first one is technical phase. Technical phase consists of working the employees with clear job description and clear job criteria. So, clear job description or clear job performance criteria and adequate work goals with records on employees' performance is very important in the case of technical phase. So, here what they do is that you will be giving a clear cut idea regarding what is to be done and together with how they are going to be assessed. Second is extended phase. And in the extended phase, it is also a critical phase, that is the manager observe and monitor and provide feedbacks to the employees on the basis of their performance. And the third one is appraisal phase. And the manager discuss with the employee and document the performance counseling. That is, how was their performance and how well they have done things. All these are in the appraisal phase. And the last one is a maintenance phase. It's creating a climate of open communication. So once they are assessed, they should have a proper communication between the employer and the employee, and it will find the employee to be easy to approach the manager and to make a further discussions in the future. So in technical, giving a clear idea about job description, and for extended phase, what they do is that just observe and monitor and provide feedback about the employee's performance. In appraisal, discuss the performance and the development program, and at the end, maintenance, creating an open communication climate and make the employees feel free. And these are the main process involved in the performance appraisal. You have already know that these steps are the same steps, somewhat similar to controlling, that is defining the objective of performance appraisal, why we have to conduct a performance appraisal, setting the goals and standard, what is the standard performance of an employee, then measuring the actual, what is the actual work done by the employee, then finding out the deviation, and if there is any deviation, that is the actual performance is less than the standard set, there is a need for training. So identify whether there is a need for training and development, then provide feedback to the employee, because employees will be different from each other. So provide them proper feedback and rewarding performance in the sense that better performing employee should be given with better pay. So that has to be considered under this method. So these are the different objectives, process, as well as the different phases in performance appraisal. And now we can look into how we can do the performance appraisal, or what are the different methods of performance appraisal. So methods are divided into two, that is a traditional method as well as modern method. Traditional method is consisting of essay, graphic rating, forced choice, field review, checklist, paired comparison, critical incidents, forced distribution, work standards, ranking, and confidential. So these methods are right now outdated, and majority of the companies are using the modern techniques. That is the BAS, behaviorally anchored rating scales, 360-degree, that is from all aspects. Then behavioral observational scale, balance scorecard, it's one of the important technique, assessment center, management objectives, and psychological approach. So all these coming discussed under the coming slide. So I hope that everyone has an idea about the performance appraisal system. Just go through it, and the part 2 will be uploaded on the very next day. And hope you all are fine. Stay safe and stay happy. Thank you.